Right, so first job of today, I'm putting some ducting in. The client's got some new flooring and it's going to be completely sealed, but they want a car charging point in the future, and they might want some electric gates and some power and some lights and things. So I'm going to run a duct from here to there, just a 50mm duct, just so when the flooring gets done they can pull some cables in and through. It's a bit last minute actually, they didn't realise they're getting the flooring done I think in a week's time, and they said, oh, we want a charging point, and I haven't got time to fit it in. And then they said, oh, we might want gates and things like that as well, so I thought, well, let's put a duct in for now and then we can worry about it later. So let's crack on with that. I've just got the regular style one with the extension on it, nothing fancy, and hopefully going to come in somewhere here. And I've got some 50mm duct, and I'll galv band it to the underside of these joists, bring it in up here and then leave it. This is going to get sorted out, this mess is going to get sorted out, but I'm just going to get this duct in for today, and then I'll come back and I'll probably put in a separate fuse board for the charge point. Oh, and whilst I'm here, I've also got to run a Cat 5 externally because I don't want to damage the inside, down there and in there to go into the lounge for an access point, and down here and in there at the back of this room down here. They're running some ubiquity access points, one in that room and one in that room. Right, got the first cable drilled for the first Cat 5. It's going to be sleeved through, 20mm conduit, bush adapter in a terminal box. I've got to do it external at the client's request. He doesn't want me to run the cable internally. I've got a couple of boards up here, and my hole, just can't quite see it, but it's just there. So hopefully it's just, yeah, it's not zoom, it's not focusing in. Riveting content, but it's just there. So I'm going to bring the sleeve it through into the house, and then bring it along here, and then down in there is the lounge where it's going to be mounted at access point on the lounge ceiling. But yeah, nice. Crack on. There we go. Conduit in. See, what you need is a sparky to do these kind of jobs, because I guarantee AV and tech dudes and CCTV guys and security guys, they just fucking horse it through with a fucking 10mm drill bit. Sleeved. Just going to clip it along here, keep it away, 50mm away from any main stuff, and then into the lounge. Right. So I'm still battling with my core hole. But yeah, fucking hell, the dude who's helping me, not only is he a Milwaukee Queen, he also has DeWalt, and he's a dog shit spark. I mean, I couldn't ask for worse help. I might as well have a plumber with me. Okay, now. But he's managed to get the finish off doing the conduit. I've got my, oh my god, metal clips outside. Oh, you fucking must be mad. Just get used to using them. So I've got D-line clips, just get used to using them. D-line clips going all the way up into the loft, and then I'm clipping the cable around to the guy's loft media room. And I've got to do the same on this side. I don't know if I'll get around to doing it, but got another one to do here. I might get the cable in maybe under the floor, but maybe I'll do that another day. And before you all start fucking crying, no, I don't own a core drill. I don't do it that often. I normally get the plumber or the labourer or the builder to do it. So that's why I don't have one. This will do for the rare occasion I need to do it. Anyway. Through. There I am. Just there. Lovely. So I'm going to do some 50mm ducting, which I might actually. I did buy I did buy a plug. Just because I'm not going to be here. I'm not sure when they're going to put the gates in or the charger in. So I might put that over the front to cover the hole. I've also bought these like little duct plugs. That's right, duct plugs for you filthy cunts out there. And should sit quite nicely. Just trying to pack it on that there. Should go like that. And I'll put the same in on the other side as well, just to stop any shit going in, you know. Crack on, Lawrence. Right, got that in like that. That's going to go down here somewhere or something. And then I'll put some galv band, pull that up along here, along there, straight out. And then I'm going to do a 50mm hole in the back of this, put it over the front for now with a little cap in. You might think it's over the top, but and I'm certainly not going to use the fucking vent. But it's future-proofing it. They want charge points, they don't know when. They want security gates, electric gates, but they don't know when. But this flooring is being done properly in a couple of weeks' time. This was the way I could see doing it. I think the duct's not that much money anyway. You can buy them in cut lengths as well from some places, rather than buying like a 50-meter drum. Yeah. How would you do it? Normally you look at that and be like, fuck me, that's the end of the whisker box, isn't it? It's a small sacrifice just to neaten that up temporarily, and then when the client decides what they want to do, maybe I can like maybe gland into here or conduit off the top there to do a charge point or something, but at least I'll neaten that up for now, and then put that in there like that.
Like that.
This stuff, I think I got it from CF. It's so much nicer. You might even be able to get it on Amazon, I think, but it's so much nicer having it in a plastic tub rather than the shitty fucking cardboard shit that you get. Yeah. Just gonna band up the ducting so it's up off the floor, so hopefully it'll be nice and straight. Yeah, get this job done. Right, that's all in, just got to tidy up. I've supported the duct off of the floor, just a bit of banding, a screw and a washer all the way along, and it goes all the way along here, and it's going up. I'll pop this little cap in. The 50mm duct is like a 40mm internal diameter, so you need to get a 40mm plug. I'm not going to put a draw wire in because it's fucking 5 meters. If it was like fucking 20 meters, I'd put a draw tape in, you know, a draw rope. But it's only 5 meters. I'll be able to push the cable through. But it's all for future. Put that back, and then when the client comes back and says I want a charge point, I can put a mini consumer unit in there, and ultimately when they ask me to do the rewire, this will all get redone, I think, because there's all kinds of weird stuff in this house. When did they cheap out on gaskets? I remember you used to have a full blank rubber gasket. It's obviously some cheap shit, but look at that, scrimping on money just to surround. It's fucking shit. I remember the proper full black gaskets. It looks like it's on purpose to suit this profile, but fucking hell. So the important thing with these M4 screws, and the same with 3.5mm socket screws, is that you've got to allow for volt drop. So you have to keep these turned like that, and then you achieve full volt drop. The magnetic bullet. Two blind drills. Got it through. That's where the access point is going. And there's loads of different ways of doing it, but I stuff a bit of tissue paper or big wipe in the bottom there when the shank is smaller, you know what I mean? So yeah, it works for me. Access point number 1 in the lounge done. Hello Monty. I did one in the kitchen a few months back. You probably saw it on Instagram. Second access point in the office. Probably see it just there. Ready to connect up. Terminated. I'm ready to connect up into the AP. Duct done. Just have a little tidy up. Then I'm off. Conduit. Sweet. On to the next. Right, I'm back at this job where I came and installed some ducting because the client was having a charge point, but they didn't know when and where, and automatic gates and outside power. So I called through, put a wiska box, and they've done the flooring now. That was the reason why I came and did this, was because they were getting this flooring down and they knew they wanted a charge point, and I was like, well, I didn't know what size and when. So I suggested put a duct in from the front garden to underneath the stairs, which ready. Should be still there. There it is. There. So I put that in ready. Obviously, I've had the flooring done now, and I'm installing a separate consumer unit because I don't want to get involved with any of this. I have mentioned it to the client, so I'm going to install a separate consumer unit and yeah, new charge point. Charge point here. My clients bought the charge point themselves. It's not a bad one. Just thinking about where I'm going to install this. I can see there's cables buried in the wall. I did think there, but I've just noticed that, so I might have to put it over here somewhere. But yeah, I'm not getting involved with any of this. I have suggested, getting the ICR done, and depending on what the results are of that, potentially upgrade the consumer units, but they're gonna think about that. But they want the charge point, so I'm gonna verify the gas bond. That's pretty loose there. Oh, actually, it doesn't do anything there. Oh, there it is. That's just squidged on it. That looks like that's just squidged. Look at that. Someone's just pushed it underneath the tag there. See, there's the connection point. There's no label, and they just pushed it underneath. So it's squashed against the gas pipe and the copper conductor. Well, I'll address that. I'll put a new bonding label on there. Sorry, a new bonding clamp, the S951 clamp. I could rob a screw from one clamp and put it on there, but there's also no label on there as well. So it's just easier just to put a new label on. A new clamp on, sorry. And the client has said that the water stopcock is in here somewhere, so I'll look under there and verify and test it and check that's all good before I do my work. So I'm gonna put a new BS951 clamp on the gas because there's no label and the screw's obviously missing and someone's shoved it against the tag and crushed it between the pipe and the tag. But that goes from there to the MET. And the water one, lifted up the access panel, and the water supply, incoming supply, is plastic, so it isn't required. But I'll take a picture and I'll make a note of my certificate of not only where the stopcock is, but also that it's a plastic incomer. So yeah, I'm going to crack on now. Run the cable down the duct. I've got the EV Ultra cable at the client's request, and so I'm gonna push that through the cable, through my duct, mount the board, mount the charge point. I always keep, it should be in there hopefully, always got a box of clamps, and always keep a bit of this emery cloth, whatever the plumbers fucking call it, whatever, just to clean the pipe up before I apply put a new bonding clamp on. So a couple of clamps, and I always use the blue ones. It's the moisture ones, I think it is. I just, rather than just a cheapy, you never know, sometimes the bonds are outside, sometimes like the gas box is outside, or even the water pipe is underground and it might be damp, under the floorboards. So just as standard, I just buy the blue ones, which are the moisture rated ones. Yeah, let's get them done. Just before I put it on, I'm just like, there are a lot more smarter people on here than me, and there may actually be a technical reg. I'm not aware of one in the electrical in the big brown book, but it might be in gas regs. But I was always taught, and I agree, that best practice is always to install the protective bond before any joins in any pipe work. So I'm going to put it, rather than obviously the old ones here, I'm going to put it here as it comes out of the consumer side of the meter. But there may be technically a reg somewhere. I can't remember, I don't recall, but again, I don't know the book off by heart, but some of you clever folk might know. But it might just be a gas reg, I don't know, but I'm going to put it on here rather than after this one join, two joins, I remember having so many people, when I put the duct in, said, I put a draw wire in. I was like, it's fucking not even 5 meters straight run. So I'll just bosh my EV cable through, and hopefully let's have a look. Ah, easy as that. I remember so many people messaging me going, oh, you put a draw wire in. Like, if it was fucking 15 meters, yeah, sure. But it was fucking not even 5 meters straight run with one little bend at the end. A nice swooping bend. Keyboard warrior cunts. So, got my EV Ultra cable in. Took me not even a minute. And I got some linear clips. I'm just gonna neaten it up. It's not gonna look so neat out here, but out the front I'll have it, it goes straight up into the bottom of the charge point. But here I've got a fuse box with a surge and type A RCBO, just like, I think they sell it as like an EV unit. Now I did order originally the type B RCD version. I think they're a little bit better and they are coming down in price, but Fusebox as usual have got stock issues, so I had to go for the type A. They didn't have any in stock for like 2 months, so I got the type A version, which is still good, and compliant. I'm probably gonna split the tails somewhere. Yeah, somewhere I'm gonna split the tails somewhere. In fact, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna hazard a guess that those tails there come off of one of these breakers here and feed whatever this is. So yeah, I probably will have to turn the power off, split the tails. Maybe here somewhere or up here. I don't know. Oh, that looks dodgy there. Look at all that in there. So don't go there, Lawrence. Yeah, maybe somewhere here. Oh, it's a headache for a minute. Let's get this board up and cables in. So I got my 3-meter tails back. It's all in the planning. So I think what I'm going to do is split the tails, maybe here, or move that down. Probably over here. I might even step them in, you know, one above the other, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I might do it there. And so I'll bring my new tails like down here, around, and then into the bottom of this little board. And then what I'm going to do with the charge point cable, the EV cable, which is 6mm EV Ultra cable, I'm actually gonna loop it around and then into the bottom, so I can have extra slack if they go for the board upgrade. I haven't got to keep it. I could relocate it to the new board. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'm not apologising because I couldn't film me doing it. I just couldn't be fucking arsed, so you just have to be happy with the after picture. I thought about setting up a tripod and stuff, and I thought, oh, Lawrence, you're a fucking wanker. What are you doing? Get on. Get fucking paid. So basically, yeah, got the tails in, SWA clips, cleats size 8. Round, got the earth in, looped up, ready to do my split the tails. Got the EV cabling. I've done like a big fancy swoop on purpose to allow for slack when they get this mess sorted out. So it may look a little bit wanky now, but it'll be better rather than doing a join and doing it tight and making it look nice now when you know that this has got to be done. All felled up. Happy days. I did just cut the my little plug nice and neat around the ducting, which I'll do the same on the outside as well, just to stop anything coming up or going down. And yeah, I'll do the other side, then I'll wait for a convenient time for the client. I can turn the power off to do that and connect it all up. Right, on to the outside bit. I don't know about you lot, but I'm not so much of a brand snob, because this Proteus stuff, I do love the fact that you can remove these and put them back in. You know, if you were take a set of tails out or something. I love the fact that you can do that. I think that's really cool. And everyone goes, "Oh, Proteus is shit. Proteus is shit." But I think that's such a clever idea, forward thinking. So simple. Yeah, the amount of times you come to like Henley blocks and they've got all the holes punched out where people have put stuff in and out over the years, and you can easily get your finger in there, you know. So I love it that they got that the removable like panels, you know, and you can break it and snap it and pop it back in. I think that's nice. So you brand snobs out here, fuck off. Admittedly, that's the only thing about Proteus I do like. The rest of the stuff is shit. 3mm insulated Allen key, CK, cheap and cheerful, does the job. So it's dressed the tails up. I think I'll put one more clip in just here, but because of the existing tails and where they're going, I've decided to chop the neutral, like chop neutral like here. I'm going to put the supply in there, then the load to the consumer unit in there, and then I'll put my EV1 in the bottom, and then with the live, it's going to chop it. I'm going to chop it like there, in the middle of those four terminals, supply in the bottom, load out to the consumer unit, well, to the isolator for the consumer unit, and then my EV1. Unfortunately, it goes up and then down and in. It's a bit lipstick on a pig, but there's no other real way. Right, so that's almost done. Tails are ready. So I'll isolate, chop, connect them in the any blocks. This is such a mess here. I'll probably end up doing the ICR and doing the board changes if it's required. It will be required, but never say never. That's why we have inspection and testing, to make sure and check. So yeah, on this occasion I boshed the tails in first with my wiska, with the 32mm gland, and do that on the ground where I can maneuver it and give it some welly, and then fix it to the wall, and then dress the cables in afterwards. And then the EV cable, I did it after I mounted it. It was just easier that way. Felled them up, nice and easy. Small board install. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, because I put it there, the box there, to just to stop shit going in. But I'm tempted now. I'm not using it to provide like ingress protection, but I'm tempted to drill the side out of there, tight-ish, I'm not going to put stuffing down, it's over the top, but hole there, and bring the EV cables like out, and then like I did inside, just notch that and cap and put it back in, and then dress it up. It's going here somewhere, the charge point. That's what I'm thinking. I might change my mind after this delicious apple. I've not had a bad apple this year. For no reason whatsoever, I'm actually going to use the manufacturer's fixings that have been supplied, rather than throwing them away. Don't know why. Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket as well. Normally my inbox is filled with angry cunts because I used my HSS drill rather than an impact drill. You don't have to impact everything. For fuck's sake. Right, mounting the back plate. I've got the cable through, the 6mm EV Ultra cable through, and I popped, again I've just done a 20mm hole up right on the edge of my duct plug, the filthy animals, and just popped it back in, just to stop anything going in or out. I mean, as more cables come through, if they want other stuff, I'll have to it'll just come off, I imagine, and just get thrown in the bin. But for now, I can keep it intact because it's just one, and it's the next guy's problem, which ironically will probably be me. Yeah, right, I'll put some clips along the bottom and bend up and into the bottom. I think it's on the left-hand side-ish of this plate. I reckon years from now, you know how we talk about downlighters and the clips snapping on Sparky's fingers when you're pulling the downlights down? I reckon we're going to say the same about these linen clips years from now, because they are fucking savage. And I hate little pricks. There's plenty of them on here, but we're going to talk about this. Like, they are so savage. It's going to be just like downlights, I reckon, years from now. Fucking hell. Now, I'm pretty certain that I read on the Doncaster website that they're aware that this isn't compliant or something like that. I'll put the link to their website, but they explain the regs and any, like, what they class it as, you know, a deviation or something like that. But they're aware. But fair play to them that they actually held their hands up and then explained, you know, what they've done in full. So I'll put the link up, which is nice to see for a manufacturer rather than just making something and just ignoring all of our regs completely. You know what manufacturers are like with lights and shit like that. So it's nice. But I don't know the full story, so don't take my word for it. Just check out the link and have a little read. It was just interesting, that was all, for sad fucks like us. And it's just standard. Do the best you can. It's not exactly that much fucking money. Cablecraft, buy that from Cablecraft. You could probably get it cheaper on Amazon, but yeah. Anyway, it's fucking starting to rain, so I better crack on.